Happy Halloween, everybody. Trick or treat, it's the NBA. We're glad to get spooky with you tonight. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Filipowski's out there with Walker Kessler. Then there's Markkanen. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Mikhailuk in at the two-guard. And for the Pistons, the forwards are Thompson and Harris. Cunningham is out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coach?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
Now, here's Markkanen. George with the screen on Harris. Pass to Markkanen. This one for three. Trains the three-pointer. Markkanen's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Jazz.
Love to see the seven-footer Markkanen go right up with it. Doesn't give the defense time to react.
Now here is Harris. Not a lot of room, and it's good for two. George with the ball. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Mikhailuk. Outside, George. Just 5 on the clock. Filipowski finds Markkanen. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And the Jazz with another three.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Cunningham. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Pass to Duren. Now, Cunningham. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
A revenge bucket right there. Cunningham making up for the 3 points at the other end.
George against Cunningham. Mikhailuk passes to George. Markkanen sets the pick for George. Fires at the elbow. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Thompson with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Thompson misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you. The Pistons have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
Here's Mikhailuk. On the wing, George. Covered by Cunningham. George with the bucket.
What a great start. They've only missed one thus far.
Cunningham against George. Steps back. Cunningham passes to Duren. Harris, right side. Filipowski grabs the board.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
Harris against George. Markkanen down low. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Markkanen's got his second basket of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Cunningham passes to Duren. Robinson on the wing. And here's Harris from the arc. Detroit, no good that time either. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Markkanen from outside. The shot's good on the assist by George. Markkanen's got 8.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pistons trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with them. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. You look at Kessler, a fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks.
It happened so often. I'd say to myself, there's no way he can get to that shot, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and it go down as another block.
Here is Harris. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Here's Filipowski. 6 points for him. Markkanen, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Cunningham against George. 6 to shoot. Cunningham dishes it to Robinson. Thompson inside the line, and he drops that one in. And here's George. We saw him with 29 points last game. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Kessler. Outside, George lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Pistons. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
No good. Filipowski with it. Duren picks him up. Stolen by Robinson. To Duren. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Utah.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
And he makes the first. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Well, we know the Jazz have been up front. Before you can rebuild, Doris, you got to tear down. And that's what they've done.
And, Kevin, that requires extraordinary patience. You have to be willing to trade away veterans who can contribute to winning. And you have to be willing to prolong the process in order to get max returns. But be under no illusions. Losing is hard on everyone.
Now Thompson, after Lowry Markkanen misses from long range. And that one drops for him. Thompson's got his second bucket.
The speed makes Thompson such a threat with the ball in his hands.
And George kicks to Markkanen. Here's Mikhailuk, guarded by Robinson. To the middle. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, tremendous strength and authority on that dunk. Nicely done, Walker Kessler.
With the step back. Here's Cunningham. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Cunningham's got 5.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Now, here's Markkanen. This game we saw him score 32. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Zadimi, after winning the Most Improved award back in 2023, it's been hard for Markkanen to reach that level again.
I think one thing that happens, Kevin, when you become the focal point of the opponent's scout, you're getting the best defender, you might be getting multiple defenders, and that takes some time to adjust to.
That free throw good for Markkanen. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
And the Pistons making a change here. LeVert's checked in, and he sinks the second.
Guys, to me here we have a great example of what hard work can accomplish. Lauri Markkanen has made himself into one of the best offensive forces in the game.
Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points.
And guys, Markkanen, there's no question about his offensive talent. His skill set is the perfect match for the way the game is played today.
So it's Utah now, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. The Jazz again can't hit it. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Trailing here by 8, and it's sent back by Kessler.
He's trying to flip the script here, but guys, he cannot find any level of consistency.
Filipowski passes to George. And here is Markkanen. Here's the screen. Duren pulls it in. Detroit's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. And that one, good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Utah leading by 6. Here's Mikhailuk. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Kessler. Shoots over Duren. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, you can see Walker Kessler has some nice range, guys. Gets to that mid-range area and knocks it down.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForge on the sideline.
Hey, Kate Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Back to you.
Establishing the mindset. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
Here's a look at some stats for Tobias Harris. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 13 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
The first free throw is good.
Listen, if you're a double-digit scorer nightly in this league, you are able to be a part of a rotation.
For Karras, that has meant quite often coming off the bench, but when he's filled in as a starter, he has proven productive as well.
Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. Utah also making some changes. Sensabaugh is checked in, and Bailey snubbed in for Mikhailuk. LeVert hits both of them. Utah leading by 4. Pass to Markkanen. Over Harris. Markkanen, good. Markkanen's got 14 points.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
Now LeVert. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Detroit, no good that time either.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
Stolen by LeVert. Banked in off the glass.
Karis LeVert, great confidence in his ability to get off the dribble drive and make things happen.
Kessler, screen on Cunningham. Now George. Outside, Markkanen. Clock at 6. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. 17 points in the game.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
1:46 left in the first quarter of the game. Cunningham with it. He has 5. From the arc. Kessler with the rebound. Jazz leading by 7. Here's Bailey. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here is Harris. Talking about that win against the Magic, he was definitely a major factor as well. Pass to Holland from 10 feet out. That one goes. Counted.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
George with the ball. Covered by Cunningham. Jazz passing it around. Offensive rebound. Kessler. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
You simply have got to box out Walker Kessler. This guy gets a lot of his offense from second chance opportunities.
Here's Harris. Markkanen with the block.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And Detroit has possession following the three-pointer by Utah. Here's Cunningham. The rebound by the Jazz. George looking around. Pass to Sensabaugh. The 3. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
Lauri Markkanen getting it done. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Taking a look at the Jazz, we've got Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Hendricks in at the 4 slot. And he misses his first shot of the game. Utah leading by 15. It's Nurkic, top of the key. Pass to Bailey. And finished off by Bailey.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And Detroit has possession, following the bucket by the Jazz. And here's LeVert. Stewart in the corner. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Stewart's got his first 3 points of the game.
This is why perimeter defense is so critical. Everyone has a three they can drop on you.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Stewart against Nurkic. Pass to Sensabaugh over Jones, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Pistons trail by 14. Now here's LeVert. Inside. Now Sasser. Fires the three. Stewart. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Ace Bailey. And Doris, I heard a famous coach talking about, quote, the human nature things that a team has to beat before they even get on the court. Can you talk about that?
Oh, Kevin, it's such a great point. So, for instance, is the team in it collectively? Do they care who's getting the shots, the rebounds, and the attention from the media? Or are they about the team and collective success? Human nature is a part of this.
The Pistons making a change here. Green's checked in. And so Stewart nails both of them. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Screen by Nurkic. Right wing. Here's Bailey. LeVert defending. There's the triple. Holland with the rebound. Pistons trail by 12. Here's Stewart. He has 5. Now LeVert. Green, the screen. Puts one up from 19. Detroit, no good that time either.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. LeVert the pass to Stewart. Pass to Sasser. On the wing, Green. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. From 15 feet away, Sasser can't hit. Utah leading by 14. To the paint, Stewart with the steal. Here's Holland. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Different look here for Detroit. Thompson, he's checked in for Green. Robinson comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Cunningham in for Marcus Sasser. Here's Sensabaugh. 6 points for him. To Mikhailuk. Off target with his 3. Pistons trail by 12. Here's Holland. Not enough on that one as it misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And they double up Markkanen. Filipowski finds Markkanen. Here's Filipowski. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Markkanen. Shoots the 3. Rebound by the Pistons. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's going to make you pay.
So it's the Jazz now, following the three by Detroit. Pass to Mikhailuk. Stolen by Thompson. And now the Pistons fast break. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Jazz leading by 7. Here's Sensabaugh. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Filipowski. 6 on the shot clock. Jazz passing it around. The Jazz again can't hit it.
He started the game scorching the Nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second.
Robinson for 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Jazz have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Mikhailuk, guarded by Robinson. Here's Mikhailuk, out to the right wing to stop the drought. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Pistons trail by 4. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total safe. Good luck trying to stop him now.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21, last season his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. A different look here for Detroit. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart, and Tobias Harris subbed in for Holland.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
Markkanen sets the pick for George. There's the drive. Lays it up off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Aggressive slash from the young guard. George fears no one when attacking the basket.
Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 9.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Now here's George. Markkanen from outside. That ball, nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Cunningham with it. He's got 9. And it's sent back by Kessler.
Boy, strong denial by Kessler at the rim. The 7-footer having none of it.
George passes to Mikhailuk. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
George against Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on George to the inside. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. We're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You know what? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
And here's Thompson after the three-pointer from Lauri Markkanen. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Just a special offensive talent. We don't see guys like Cunningham come through the league that often.
Personal foul. 13 foul.
One shot.
At the line for Detroit, Cunningham. Cade Cunningham. One shot.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Jazz leading by 5. Pass to Mikhailuk. Launches a three. Thompson with the rebound. The Pistons have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Back to you, Kevin.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Utah shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
The first one falls.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it, more than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
He doesn't get the second one. Pistons trail by 6. Robinson on the wing. He has 6. Harris dishes to Cunningham. Back to Harris. Thompson sets the pick for Harris. Looking to get it going. That one drops for him. Harris has got 6.
And really, over the years, Harris has worked so hard on that jumper, now reaping the rewards of all his labor.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
And checking out the numbers for George. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 16 points per last year, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Utah leading by 4. Pass to Filipowski. Nice ball movement by Utah. In the corner, George with it. Shot clock at 6. They grab their own miss. It's stolen by Cunningham. And here's Thompson. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Connects from three-point range. Now just a 1-point Jazz lead. Outside, George. Pass to Filipowski. Six to shoot. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low, here's Harris. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
Utah is shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. Pass to Mikhailuk. Now George. Now here's Markkanen. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got his 6th assist on the night. And here's Cunningham. 12 points for him. Thompson, a screen on George, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Saturday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Jaren Jackson and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And looking at the Utah matchup, that's number 9 on the season for them. They should start feeling good about themselves at that point.
Now, here's George. He's got 5. Pass to Markkanen. Over to the wing. Outside, George. Markkanen sets the pick for George. Rebound, Detroit. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Cunningham outside. Robinson up top. Thompson outside. Robinson kicks to Harris. The screen from Thompson. Takes a 3. The rebound by the Jazz. And that first half, a competitive game so far. Jazz lead by 2. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
57.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Detroit Pistons finding themselves in a closely contested game.
You can see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to be pleased with the pace. Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
You look at the Pistons, it's still too early to tell. I mean, can't judge a movie based on the first 15 minutes. Gotta let things develop.
Yeah, I could judge your movies off the first 5 minutes.
Easy, easy, easy. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Lauri Markkanen having a dominant impact in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And the Pistons with possession here. A 2-point game. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Duncan Robinson out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Cunningham gets the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Jazz shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
One shot.
George, no good on the free throw. The Pistons trailing. Outside Robinson. Cunningham passes to Harris. Back to Cunningham. The three-pointer, no good. Well, a late first-round pick, Doris, back in 2022. Walker Kessler proving he was a sleeper. He has shown a lot for sure.
Oh, no question about it, Kevin. We are talking about a guy who's got size. He's consistent on the backboards, but there's an offensive arsenal there that maybe was a bit unexpected.
Shot clock at 2. From deep, George hands it from downtown. And now a 5-point Utah lead.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Thompson sets the pick for Cunningham. Goes up from the top of the key. Utah with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Now here is George. He's got 10. Markkanen down low. Guarded by Harris. Markkanen can't get it to go. Pistons trail by 5. Pass to Duren. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Markkanen inside the line. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got his 6th rebound on the night. Cunningham against George. Cunningham kicks to Robinson. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Boy, what a frustrating, sluggish start to this half. Brutal.
Harris against Kessler. Over Harris. Kessler, no good. Pistons trail by 4. Outside for Robinson. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Here's George, following the bucket by the Pistons. Pass to Mikhailuk, takes the 3, and once again, off the mark by Utah. Detroit's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Here's Filipowski, guarded by Harris, rejected by Harris.
And using his long arms there to his advantage. Opponents got to be mindful of Harris's defensive capability.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Mikhailuk. Back to George. Three-pointer, Markkanen. Detroit with the rebound. Duren's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Thompson for 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
George with the screen on Thompson. Pass to Mikhailuk. Off the run. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
Here's Robinson from past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 4 assists in the game. Jazz trail by 6. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
And here's a look at some stats for Thompson. Last season's performance for him. Put up about 10 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he had to pay his dues that rookie campaign, earning his stripes. A lot of people think he could have a breakout year this season.
Well, when you hear it from his coaches and his teammates, they've been singing his praises. So let's see if he can prove them right.
Markkanen looking it over. To the middle. George, no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Now, here's Duran. Out to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson sets the pick for Harris. Cunningham for 3. Second shot opportunity. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham's number. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
Now, here is George. He's got 10. Picked by Markkanen. The Jazz with another miss.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And it's sent back by Kessler. Filipowski with it, picked up by Harris. Filipowski passes to Kessler.
If a teammate's open in the painted area, you give him the basketball. Those are high-quality shots.
Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. Thompson outside. Harris inside. Defended by Filipowski.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Thompson with the assist.
Here's George. Pass to Kessler. Here's Mikhailuk. Duran pulls it in. Now Cunningham. 16 points for him. And here is Duran. Thompson for 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Filipowski's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Kessler. Rebound, Detroit. Duran with it. 8 points for him. Harris looking it over. Outside for Robinson. Sinks the three-pointer. Robinson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pistons.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance. He's had 5 overall.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Harris LeVert's checked in for Cade Cunningham. And Utah also making a switch. Sensabaugh is checked in. And so George will bring it up for Utah. They trail by 11. Filipowski in the corner. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Mikhailuk. He can't get that one.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Duran sets the screen for Thompson. There's the lob to Duran. Here's Sensabaugh. He's covered by Thompson. Pass to Mikhailuk. Outside, George. Here's Sensabaugh. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And here is Duren. He's got 8. Duren a screen to the inside. And Duren slams it in. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Here's Sensabaugh. 6 points for him. LeVert up top, defended by George. Harris passes to Duren. Duren with a screen on George. It's LeVert with the drive. Here's Duren. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. You look at Kessler, a terrific rebound, 5th overall.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
That's good from Duren. Holland, he's checked in for Detroit. Marcus Sasser comes in for Duncan Robinson. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Jazz trail by 14. And it's Bailey in the corner. Another miss by Utah. And, well, Detroit shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Duren against George. Inside. Holland, no good. The Jazz shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Duren against George. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Bailey to end the drought. A shot, no good. Now here's LeVert. D right on him. Here's Harris. Hendricks pulls it in.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
George against Harris. The Jazz working the ball around now. Pass to Nurkic. Lock at 6. Here's Hendricks. Fires away from way outside. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Duren. Lets it go with a 3. Sasser against the bucket. Sasser's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 1:07 left to play here in the third. Screen by Nurkic. And George kicks to Nurkic. Back to George. Shoots from 8. That's good on the jump shot. That's 12 points for George.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Pass to Duren. Oh, LeVert in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Listen, Karis LeVert can get off the floor, boy, and that finish on that alley-oop, that was nice.
Now, here's George. He's covered by Sasser. And that one's good. George has got 14.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sasser, defended by George. Harris passes to Duren. A rebound by the Jazz. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Hendricks, and that one is hammered home.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Here's Sasser from deep three-point land. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Detroit Pistons looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at the Jazz, Nurkic is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Bailey, and it's Sensabaugh in its small forward.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Now, here's Cunningham to the paint. Here's Stewart, shoots over Nurkic, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
First team foul. At the line for your Pistons, Stewart, Isaiah Stewart. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Jazz trail by 11. And it's blocked. LeVert with a wide open look from outside off the mark. And for the Jazz, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Bailey. Now here's Markkanen. Down low. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Now Sasser. Now LeVert. Pass to Stewart. A 3. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Stewart's got 4 points in the quarter.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
There's a screen. And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Markkanen kicks to Nurkic. Utah moving it around. Pass to Sensabaugh. 5 on the clock. Shoots it. Can't nail the jump. Pistons leading by 12. Now here's LeVert. Takes it inside, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
How about the athleticism of Karis LeVert? So good at slicing through the defense and making them get physical with him.
Karis LeVert, 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. And Utah also making a switch. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And he's good on the second. Jazz trail by 13. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Bailey. Outside, Markkanen. 6 on the shot clock. Now Bailey. LeVert defending. And it's Bailey that time, the assist by Markkanen. That's 7 points for Ace Bailey. Pistons leading by 10. Cunningham with it. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Yes, that goes in.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Pass to Bailey. And here is Markkanen. Kessler passes to Bailey. Here's Sensabaugh. Now Markkanen. Beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Markkanen's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Jazz. Cunningham looking around. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
Pass to Bailey. Outside, Markkanen. Here's Bailey. LeVert defending. Three-pointer, Markkanen.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
LeVert kicks to Stewart. Off target from outside. Jazz trail by 11. Driving to the basket. Yep, that one goes in there. Bailey's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, that's exactly the look you're working toward, right at the rim.
Here's LeVert. Rebounded by Bailey. Utah has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Markkanen against Stewart. Here's Bailey, and finished off by Bailey.
He just powered that one.
One of the game's top dunkers. And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Different look here for Detroit. Tobias Harris is checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Holland. Robinson is subbed in for Karis LeVert. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. And coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
And Allie, thanks so much. Now here is Harris. There's a screen by Robinson. Harris passes to Robinson. Cunningham outside, shoots the three, buries it from three-point range. Cunningham's got 11 points here in just the second half.
The shot Cunningham continues to hone. When he's connecting from deep, this offense really opens up.
On the wing, Markkanen. He's covered by Thompson. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Markkanen. George against Cunningham. Pass to Harris. Duren sets the screen for Harris. Offline with his three. Jazz trail by 8. Here's Mikhailuk to the middle. Here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
You can tell how much confidence Walker Kessler has as the roll man, ready to catch and score.
Cunningham kicks to Robinson. He's looking for Duren and finds him.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
George against Cunningham. George passes to Markkanen. In the corner, it's Kessler. The three from George. Detroit with the rebound. Harris has got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Robinson. Pass to Duren. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
Jazz trail by 10. Now George. Markkanen finds George. Back to Markkanen. Jazz passing it around. A nice shot by George. George has got 11 points here in just the second half.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Inside, here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's George. Kessler passes to Mikhailuk. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pass to Duren. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Duren, shooting 1.
Free throw, no good for Duren. Jazz trail by 10. Right side, Markkanen. And they double up Markkanen. George with no one around. Drills it from outside. George has got 19 points.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
And Duren slams it in.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Walker, pass long. 3rd personal foul for team foul. At the line for Detroit, Duren, 1 shot.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. To the inside. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Now this is Markkanen cleaning up on the offensive end. 7-footer, just so skilled. He can find different spots to be effective.
Thompson outside. Outside, Harris. Here's Cunningham. Puts it up from 7. Cleared away by George. Jazz trail by 8. The basket is good.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And so it's Detroit with the ball, following the bucket by the Jazz. Outside Cunningham. 16-footer drops in.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence.
Here's Markkanen. A minute 50 left in the game. Drained from outside.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Now here's Cunningham. Now Robinson. Now Durant.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
15 foul. At the line for your Pistons, Durant taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Boy, critical trip to the line. He knocks him in and gives him a little cushion down the stretch.
Markkanen outside. Outside George. Five to shoot. Now Kessler. It's stolen by Durant. Cunningham outside. Here's Harris. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
Launches it. Here's Mikhailuk. Jacks up a 3. Now George. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Thompson. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. 9-point game. Cunningham outside. And the layup is off.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you would love to see them finish this game the right way.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
And so it's Detroit with the W. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Tobias, congratulations on the win. Do you sense this team is building good chemistry?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is us continuing to find our identity. And what we are learning is we're a great team once we get stops. And once we're able to run, get out of transition, we just continue to find each other's similarities and our personalities as we play together.
Guys, as the year goes on, they continue to get closer.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So, for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thanks for joining us. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jalen Duren.